As scientists, we use the prefixes of the metric system as the go-to classification of varying measurements. Furthermore, we adopt the base words of the SI unit system. Today we're going over Unit 1.4 of General Chemistry 1, which entails measurements of matter. Many of the properties of matter we discussed in the previous Unit 1.3 are measured quantitatively, meaning with numbers. When these properties are measured, specific units must be included to help scientists accurately compare the measurements. For example, the weight measurement of a stack of gold to be 20 doesn't tell you very much about it. Is it 20 ounces, pounds, kilograms, or tons? There's a huge difference in those units. As scientists, we use the prefixes of the metric system as the go-to classification of varying measurements. Furthermore, we adopt the base words of the SI unit system to remain consistent amongst measurements between scientists with mass in grams, length in meters, temperature in Kelvin, time in seconds, amount of a substance in moles, and electric current in amperes. Combining both the prefixes of the metric system and the base unit of length, meters, we can see how helpful this system is. Starting first with just the base meters, if we have 1 meter, we don't use any prefixes. However, if we have 1,000 meters, which is 10 to the third meters, we can say we have 1 kilometer. On the other hand, if we have 1/1000th of a meter, which is 10 to the negative third meters, we can say we have 1 millimeter. So on and so forth, up to petameter, which is 10 to the 15th meters, down to femtometers, which is 10 to the negative 15th meters. This helps scientists write out numbers in a concise manner. For example, 10 to the 15 is 10 with 15 zeros written out. Other base units include kilogram for mass, which is the amount of matter in a substance. The kilogram is rather unusual since it already has a prefix kilo with it. Temperature is another unusual example. Most scientists use the Celsius scale to measure temperature, which was originally derived from the freezing of water at 0 degrees Celsius to the boiling of water at 100 degrees Celsius, with it possible to go above and below those numbers. The Kelvin scale is derived from the lowest possible temperature being 0 degrees Kelvin or negative 273.15 degrees Celsius, and each unit increase is in the same increment as Celsius. So Kelvin equals degrees Celsius plus 273.15. Other measurements include volume, which is length cubed, oftentimes with centimeter cubed, which is equal to a milliliter, and density, which is the mass of an object per unit of volume and can be found from the equation density equals mass divided by volume. With measurements, you inherently have limitations of how exact the measurements are. These limitations are a result of human error and instrument error. For example, some scales only measure to 1 decimal point, such as 10.4 grams, while others are more accurate and precise, measuring down to multiple decimal points, such as 10.415 grams. These terms of accuracy and precision can be used in the discussions of measurements. Accuracy is the extent of how closely each measurement is to the true value of the measurement. Precision is how close each measurement is to one another. The classic description of this is with a dartboard. With poor accuracy and poor precision, the darts are all over the board. With poor accuracy but good precision, the darts are close together but don't hit the bullseye. With good accuracy and precision, the darts are close together at the bullseye. The last topic to talk about with measurements is significant figures. In college-level general chemistry courses, significant figures are highly emphasized. However, we will not be discussing them because there are multiple videos going over their uses, but more importantly, there's little to no emphasis on them once you're past general chemistry. Thank you so much for spending your valuable time learning and bettering yourself. If you like the video and want to learn more, donate, or get tutoring, please check out my website, nocollegeneeded.org. You can use the code NCN for 20% off tutoring and any supplemental materials. If the subject isn't up yet, please be patient. I'm working on bringing them up as soon as I can.